Welcome to an out-of-the-box preview video. Today I am looking at Hyve. Hyve is currently on Kickstarter and I have been provided with these print and play files by the developers in order to make this video. This is pre-Kickstarter, so any aspects of the game and components may change at the end of the Kickstarter before the pledges get resolved. Hyve is a print and play, roll and write, and a Beehive simulator. In order to play this game, you need to print a single page, which you can either laminate, which I have done, or draw on it. You will need 5 different colors. Each color represents a different type of nectar that your bee is going to be produced, and each of these colors are associated with a different dice roll. You will need up to 10 dice. Each dice represents a bee that is in your hive, and you roll them every turn and then generate actions that then either help you produce nectar, more bees, and try and survive and make your hive thrive. You'll also need another pen. In this case I'm using a black pen to mark off elements on your hive sheet. So I'm going to do a little bit different than my usual preview videos. I'm not going to play through from the start. I actually have been playing this a bit and I am now on turn 5. I'll give you a bit of an overview of the game and then I'll carry on from turn 5 and see how it works. There are 2 win and 2 lose conditions in this game. You have a health component on for the kind of thrivingness of the hive. If you can get your hive thriving, you win. If it gets to this low point, then your hive is collapsing and that is game over. You also win if you can get through your 16 seasons, 16 turns through 4 seasons. So you go through spring, summer, autumn and winter. And you also lose if you run out of bees. So bees do die, and if you don't replace them, you run out of bees for whatever reason, that is also game over. The game itself is set up as it's a configurable game, so there's a configuration for the particular game you're going to be playing that determines how many bees you're going to start with, how many bees you can have at any particular turn. So you might end up with lots of bees in your hive, but you're only rolling, in this case, a maximum of 10 dice per turn. There's some rules on the placement within your hive when you're placing nectar, and there's some other rules which happens when you move from hive to hive depending on which season. There's some penalties. Otherwise, everything else is, as far as I can see, is standardized in the game. There are 6 turns. I'm just going to grab my checklist so I don't get it wrong. First thing we do is we will roll our dice. So that will give us our bees with our different numbers, which are then matched to the different colors. Then we can get to assign our bees to one of 4 choices. So there's a lot of things going on this map, but every turn you really only are making 4 choices, and then the other activities in the game are spiral out from there. So first choice, one of the actions is you could do a re-roll. So say if you put a 4B on there, you could re-roll 4 other dice. In one of the later phases, say 4, you have to feed your bees, and bees produce bread, and in this particular area you are building up your resistance to, I guess, starvation by having food sources. You always start up with 1 bread for each of the class of dice, and you need 1 for each piece of dice, so each dice that you have. So say you rolled, well, in this case 3 2s that you were using within that particular turn. At the moment I'm only up to level 2, so I would only be able to feed 2 of those, so 1 of those bees would die at the end of the turn. You can place dice to increase that. So if I needed to increase level dice 2 to level 3, I would have to place 3 2s there. One thing you might have noticed is that there is only 5 colors, and we've got a 6-sided dice. 6s are wild cards, so you can use those for any number in any part of the game, but the The negative part of that is that 6s all die at the end of that turn. So they've got a lot of usefulness, but you can't get to keep them. And so you will be losing those at the end of the turn. The third action we could do is to do with larvae. So larvae allows us to increase our population. And there's two choices that we can have. When we are looking at doing our larvae, we can either, what do we call it? One of them is called tending them. The other one is eggs. So we can tend the eggs. And this is this bit at the top. It's almost like Tetris patterns. You pick a number, you can rotate the placement of the eggs in this matrix, and they are done by different colors. So if you get in this case, 5, it's the green, I've placed it there. So you can place a 5 there and place a 5 Tetris place, and those are the eggs that are then viable. Then you could, alternatively, so you could only do one of these within that action per turn, or you can do a tend, which allows you to, you put a circle, or you put a ring fence around either a row or a column based on the number, and those larvae then go into your hive as little X's, and then they populate more bees. And that's one, it fills up the hive, it gives you more bees, but also the placement in the hive is important as well, because every X that touches a unique color populates you with a new bee. So for example, this X here, when I place that larva in there, I would have got 2 bees out of that to add to my population, because they're hatching out. Whereas, this one here, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 unique colors next to it. So I would have actually got 4 bees out of that one. And why we do that, I will talk to in just a second. Before we get there, any dice, then we've got this fourth one, which is producing royal jelly. So this is for our queen, and you've got 4 different choices. This one here, we could use a dice and remove that much from our population and improve our health. So that's a way of moving closer to the win condition. Here we are, second one, I forgot that one. Quickly, I thought I would have these all down. Oh yeah, obviously that one's just gain bees. You can gain, so if you put a 4 down there, you gain 4 more bees into your population. This one, you get your bees to do a little dance. If you put a 4 there, every other 4 that produces nectar doubles, so you can do more. And this one is we take advantage of how much bread we've got stored to produce instant nectar as well. Every time we use one of these elements within our royal jelly, we cross off the color. So you can see here, I've done 5, 4, and 3 for new bees. I've only got 2 and 1 left, and that will be full. And I get one of these bonuses. I can pick a bonus that might help us in a different way, but it does limit your number of choices, which is a really nice mechanism. Over here, we've got our population, and our 5th stage is migration. So and that's what I'm going to do in a minute, when I've finished my hive, you migrate to the next sub-hive. And when that happens, depending on the season, you take some damage, because there's the health of your hive deteriorates. As it represents some of the bees staying in the old hive as you open a new hive, and so it's that kind of negative impact of basically opening a new section of your hive. Then you get to the end of the turn and you have to mark off one of the seasons, and again each season either decrements the health of the hive or reduces the population. And again, this is what you're fighting against in terms of trying to keep a healthy hive and winning the game. So that is, I think I've covered everything. Why don't we give it a go and you can see how it plays. So I have got 9. So I'm going to have 9, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So I've got 9 bees in my population. I am currently, oh, I should talk about this, sorry, the health. Our dice, every time something happens, whether it's a positive health or a negative health, something impacts our hive, we increment the dice. Every time the dice goes from a 6 to a 1, if it's a positive event that caused that transition, we go this way towards the win condition. If it's a negative event that caused it, so it's a seasonal or something else has happened, we go negative. And so in this particular version of the game that I'm playing, the dice always increments with an event, and it's that transition from a 6 to a 1 that determines whether we are positive or negative, or we're getting towards a win or lose condition. And again, a lot going on, but it flows nicely. Anyway, let's roll our 9 dice and let's start. Okay, so if it's a 6, we know it's going to die, so that's a wild card. I like to kind of sort my bees by their numbers, because that allows me to start making sensible decisions. For example, I've got 4 2s, but my current bread is only 2. So 2 of them are going to die unless I do something. So what I might do is I'm going to spend 3 of them to upgrade my 2 bread to level 3, because I'm already at level 2. So that will at least save those 3, because you need bees, otherwise bad things are going to happen. And I could even be cleverer. Maybe I'll keep that one and I'll use a wild card, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, so now I'm starting a new hive, so I'm not going to be bothered with tending my larvae. I'm going to look at some eggs, and I think I will use a 2, because that's going to get me a nice L shape. So if I'm going to put a 2 on here, that'll allow me to use the Tetris shape of a 2, which is the blue. Oh, where do I want it though? I don't actually want it there because I want different colors. That would be not a good idea. Why don't I grab something else? What do I really want to do? Probably want to fill that corner up. And to do that, I need a 4. I don't have any 4s. What can I do with a 5? With a 5, I've got like a T. Okay, I'll do that. So I'll put a 5 in there, and that gives me a 5, which is the light green, and I can fill in. Where I put it there. So I'm getting some eggs as an investment for the next round. Then I've got my royal jelly. I've got some 2s, I've got a 1, I've got a 3. I think I might as well use my 1 now. I don't need that for the moment. I'm going to put a 1, which is my dark green, and that gets me 1 population. I might as well use it, so that gets me, I've got 10 now. So that's good. Okay, so that's I'm not going to do any rerolls. So I've placed the dice that I'm going to place for my actions. All the rest of my dice go into the hive as nectar. So 2 is blue, so I've got 2 of those. So I'm going to put 1 right in the middle and the other one on the other side. Then I've got a 3, which is purple, and I'm going to stick that over here. And I've got a 5, which is the light green. I think I'll stick that over here. You really want to have spaces so that when you put the larvae, you can score points, because you're scoring points where you're not touching any other. So at the moment, the only one that would score would be this one, because it has no neighbors, no colored neighbors. All the rest of them have colored neighbors, therefore they would score nothing. Okay, that's my nectar. I have to feed my bees. I know that one's going to die, so I can cross that one off. Oops, I did 2 then. Okay, so I've got 3 for my 2s, so they all survive. I've got 2 for my 5s. I've got 3 for my 5s, so they'll survive. 1's fine, 3's fine. That one will die because there's no bread for you. So I'm down to 4, 8, 2, 4, 6, 7, am I? 2, 4, 6, I should have 8. Because I had 9. Oh no, I should be down to 7, shouldn't I? Because I had 9 and I lost the 6 and then I lost the 2. So that's my bread phase. I'm not doing migration because I'm not having to move, but I do have to do seasons. And so if I do a 9, I'll end up moving down 1. But what I can do is I can take this one, which is a 5, that'll put it on a 6. Doesn't move, and that's ready to go up, but I do have to lose another bee because that's the cost. There's another one gone. Now I'm on to my next turn. Let's roll my bees and see what I get. No 6s, which is good because no one's going to die. I probably want to do something with larvae. I've got lots of 5s. I don't have any greens. I've got some 4s. If I could use the 5, that would be... Yeah, okay, I'm going to do that. Oh, yeah, I'll do a... It's not the optimal, though. You can do these in any order. I'll put a 5 down there. And I'm going to take this one. Okay, so since I'm doing a tend action there, I get to look at the row. I get hit points based on the number of different colours. So I've got 3 colours, so I get 3. So that goes to a 9. So it goes over to a 3, and it goes up because it was a positive thing. So that's good use of my 6. I then get to put, because I've only got 3 actually in there, I get to put 3 larvae in my, I'm going to put them 1, I'm going to put them on there, there's a blocker, 2 and 3. Now we look at the unique colours that there's next to them, and that will determine how many bees hatch out. So I get 1 for that one gets me 3, and that one gets me 1. So I get 5 more into my hive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that was pretty good. So that was a tend action. Bread wise, I can't really do anything because that's not helpful. But what I can do is I could say, let's do a reroll of 4. So let's re-roll these and see if we get something a bit more interesting. And we didn't. It's pretty much the same. So that's unhelpful because I need a lot to get 5s. I really wanted some 3s. I wanted 2 3s so I could actually do that. So I can't actually do the bread. Didn't get any 6s. I can look at the wild cards now though. And I can, what's the blue one? Blue is a 2. Don't have any 2s. What's purple? Purple is 3s. Okay, I could do that. So I could put a 3 down here, and I think I will put it down as, no, 3 is not a good choice for that one. I could do the 5, maybe I'll do that one with 5. I'll put the 5 down here, and I'll get 2 times bread for 5, because I've got 3 on my 5, so I'm going to get 6, and 5 is dark green. So I mark that off, because I can never do that one again, and I put the light green, because it's a 5, and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because I was level 3 and I get 2 times. So that was a. So if I can put some larvae in there, that means I will get some good scoring points in there. Can't do the bread, so I'm pretty much done there. I'm going to put the 5 into this one. Where do I? Yeah, I guess I'll block that off. black that one off. I've got a purple, I've got 3. I guess I could stick it there. I might be able to score that one if I can block the other side. And then I've got a 4, which is a red one. Why don't I stick it here? And it might be useful. So that's my nectar done. Now I've got to feed my bees, and I've got 3, so I can feed those 3 easily. I've got 2 of my 4s, so all my bees are fed. I'm not migrating. I have to do my seasons. So this time I think I'm going to take 9. I have to do it at some point. 9 plus 3 is 12, so it's going to go down to 1, and it goes down 2. So not great, but I'm holding my own. I then look at my population. I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. I max out, and I've got a lot of bees. So let's go. Let's do the last day of summer. I lost one. And in you go. Okay. No, I've got 1 6. I've got some 3s. So you can build quite a big population of bees. Oops, that was a 4. Oh, I've got lots of 1s. It's not great. I really need 2. I've got 2 3s, so that's an easy one to think about. I've got 2 3s there because I want to protect my. You start building your breed supply, so then you don't have to worry about it later on. I want to lock off the larva, so I want at least 3. So I need one that's got. Oh, I could have quite a lot there. I don't have a 3, I've got a 1, that's no good. Maybe I'll take a 4 there. So I'll stick a 4 in the tend, and that allows me to do that. I've got 2 unique colors there, so I get 2 on the dice. That doesn't help me because I haven't gone up. But I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things I can stick in. So I'll put those down now. 1, 2, 3, and we go to the next hive. 4, 5, 6. I put these ones in, so that will hatch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more bees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the last thing I've got now is the queen. What do I want to do with that? I could what's that one? That one is 2 times whatever you've got. Maybe I'll do that one. I'll put a 1 on that one, and that means every 1 that I place I get a double. I have to cross that off, and a 1 is the dark green. So I'll do that for the dark green, and I might as well do that now because I've finished my actions. So that 1, and I get double for that. So I get to put 2 of these down in my new hive. 1, 2, and then my, oh, I've got 3 of these. 1, so I get another 2. And my last one, I get another 2. And we'll do some scoring in a minute because we did that. We'll do migration, but that's going to be a good block for next time. 6 is going to die. I didn't really do that one very well, so I have to mark that one off. And I've got a 4, so I should have used that somewhere else, but I didn't. And a 5, which is my green. And I'll put that one there. Okay, so now we do scoring because I finished this hive. What goes first, scoring or the migration? think because that is important, because it depends on which way the dice is going to go. Migration, seasonal effects. No, I'll do the scoring first and we'll see how that goes. So I get to score based on Gather Nectar. Oh no, that's lose. Oh, I thought I scored. I'm sure I scored when I moved. Oh no, that's right, you score when you place your hive. So because I migrated, I just have my cost. And because I'm in summer, I lose 3. So that goes to a 6. Fine, because that's my migration cost to move my new hive, my new part of the hive. Then I do my seasonal effect, which is I have to lose a worker. Oh, I haven't done the actually I haven't done the bread yet, have I? Oh, getting ahead of myself. I'll do the bread first. 3s, I've got enough for 2, so they're fine. 1s, I've got enough for 2, and so I'll lose 2. 4s, I've got enough for 2, so that's fine. So that's not too bad. Now I'll do the migration. I have to lose another one because of the season, and I do 7, which is going to go to 6 plus 7 is going to be 13, so it's going to go down to a 1 and go down 2. So I am losing pretty badly, but hopefully I'll get some more points once I get to that part. Anyway, that is the end of summer, and I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, so I've got plenty of bees, and we carry on. So we roll our dice, we use our choices, we do larvae, we maybe do royal jelly, get bonuses, try and survive. I haven't done this very optimally, so I'm slowly creeping towards end game. I think I'll be fine. Anyway, that's giving you a taster. This is currently on Kickstarter. If you're interested, go check it out. Don't forget to subscribe and like.